Going on? Family Black Family checking in. Just finished leaving Lowe's. Needed some more knee pads. I like to keep me some good knee pads in the truck. Normally I run through once a year. Normally, about once a year I run through them, especially if I'm welding, in them. It's just what it is. Them BBs tend to find their way to a soft spot. But I was thinking about a message that I read one time, and it said that my people perish for lack of knowledge. And now today, I see it more like with how we living with the economy, with how people are, how blacks are getting put out in China from staying, how we go through things in America, what's going on in Africa. Man, I get it now. It's the lack of knowledge. Like a lot of us don't know. We're in situations where we kind of like create our own demise. It's kind of like we saying we want to be hunters and we want to go out here and hunt, then we'll set a trap to like catch ourselves. It's kind of it's crazy, man, the way it is. But I know it's a reality. You know what I mean? That until we know better, we can't do better. And then once you do know the truth, you just got to embrace it, man, for what it is. I mean, good or bad, it's still facts, it's still truth. So you can't knock it just because, man, I don't want to hear this. I'm hearing this all the time. I even had somebody had one person say, man, blacks always want to bring up slavery. What you mean? Hell yeah, we want to bring it up. Blacks are the only slaves that was in this country on American soil. And it ain't that it ain't that old ago, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like it's been 200 years ago. You know what I mean? Like and stuff is still crazy now. So for us to talk about it, man, it's what it is. You got to talk about it because we face it every day. Like we face the racism, we face the hatred, we face the job situation where we can't get certain jobs. We face the bigotry, But it is what it is, man. To me, I think that's something that as long as we're alive on American soil, we're gonna face racism. We're gonna face prejudice, people being biased, especially for your color. It's just what it is. I hold a conversation with a friend of mine the other day, and he's Puerto Rican, and he got um, a a handicap sticker, plate on his truck. He's handicapped, but you don't look at it when you see him, but he is. And he said he's in his handicap spot, and he was coming back to the truck, putting the stuff in, and this white lady just wigged out on him, just talked all type of crazy stuff. He was like, "Man, miss, what is wrong with you? Look at my deal. I'm handicapped. It don't look like it. This is for people like us." He was like, "What you mean, white people?" You know what I'm saying? Then she just went on. She hit his truck and everything. He's like, "Man, if I didn't pull off on that lady, I see myself going to jail." And I was like, "Man, why you feel like?" I said, "Man, to be honest with you, he was like, I felt where you was coming from on how, a lot of white Americans feel entitled. They feel entitled. They feel like you got to do this. And if it ain't like this, they feel like they can throw a fit and they can get others to join in with them. And luckily it was some more people, there. Or she would have made a situation like he was in the wrong and he was trying to assault her. You know what I'm saying? And he's the one being assaulted and talked bad to. But that's America, man. This is America for you, man. We can't do nothing but count our blessings and keep everything real. There ain't no reason to sugarcoat nothing. And my mom used to always say, ain't no reason to cry over spoiled milk. You know what I mean? If the milk spoil, the milk is spoiled. You know what I mean? It is what it is. The only thing we can do is try to utilize it. You know what I mean? Get the best out of it. But ain't nothing we can pretty much do, man. You know what I'm saying? But face the truth is what it is. And once we know the truth, we get around our people. We get to networking with who we can network with. And the truth, knowing that everybody's not trying to kill us and everybody's not trying to push us down. And a lot of people from other races want to bring us up too. But it's like, the old saying is saying, you get the bad apple in the bunch, it can mess the whole thing up. You know, we just have to start picking those bad apples, man, from different races, from even among our own people too. We got to take them out too. That everybody that don't want to see us grow or see us have our own and have a strong economy among, you know, ourselves, I think we should remove them. You know what I mean? But I know that our people perish for lack of knowledge. Like, it's real. Like, I get it. Like, for us not knowing how to start businesses, for us not knowing how to take care of ourselves physically, uh knowing our spiritual purpose, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like all of that is a key. And if you get someone like America did, um the black people, the black race, you know, if you look back in history on people who has been enslaved and been put into slavery, black people are one people. When they slaved them, they didn't even want them to learn. Majority of people, when they do something like that, and you see they take people captive, they want to take their jewelry, they want to get them, but they don't try to strip their culture. They didn't even want us to know where we came from. All they want us to know is what they wanted us to know. Your name is John now, Paul, Joe, Matthew, Peter, whatever. You know what I'm saying? This is what they wanted. You know what I mean? And think about it, man. They didn't even want us to know who we was. So later, after we get out of slavery, we can't even go back to our native language or know our people, because that was completely stripped. It's one thing to enslave someone to build your community or build what you got going. It's another thing to just dehumanize them and just be evil and like say, I don't even want you to learn. I want you to be stupid. And then when you say unlearned things, they laugh. You're stupid. But damn, did you create this? You made someone so that way you could ridicule. You know what I mean? That's what the system seemed like to me. You know, they made us into what we are, so that way they can ridicule us and say, well, you should do this, you should do that, because in the back of their mind, we still their property, man. You know, think about that. You know, it's real. That's a good scripture. That's a good scripture. It's real, man. You know, I really feel like the stuff that we're going through now is just like, you know, I believe in my heart. You know, this is just me personally. You know, I know we are the people of God, man. The stuff we done went through, the stuff we had faced, you know, and it's crazy how, you know, even in the scriptures it talk about God coming back getting his people on the coast of the ocean.